Keystone, Colorado, a lovely mountain resort, 7 miles south of Interstate 70, roughly 70 miles west of Denver. One of the winter activities could be enjoyed over here is ski touring, or also known as backcountry skiing. These two terms can be used interchangeably, in my opinion. If you good people of the internet think differently, please drop me a note in the comments. I'm new to ski touring, and today is going to be the first time I will try it. Right now, we are on the way to REI in Dillon, Colorado, to pick up my backcountry equipment, which I pre-arranged for yesterday. Now let me give you a complete picture of what I want to do today. As this is my first time trying ski touring, I thought I'd just do the skiing part of this rather complex activity. This time around, I will not go backcountry, and instead, I will focus on the uphill and downhill skiing aspects of the ski touring experience. I will not worry about the avalanche awareness and control, as I will stay within the resort boundaries. I spoke with a nice girl from the resort team, and she gave me pretty thorough and comprehensive information about uphill access rules at Keystone. Ski touring is gaining such popularity that even snowboarders don't want to miss out on it. This is called splitboard and is engineered specifically to allow snowboarders to enjoy complete ski touring experience. Folks at REI took really good care of me. They equipped me with everything I needed to hit the ground running.
You need to line the toe of your boot up and flip it in. I'm too short for this cable. So now the brakes.
Oh, the boat is going to push it down.
Yep. But I have there we go.
Okay. Did it lock?
Locked
Yes.
up.
No.
So that would be your touring mode, yeah.
So
This is touring mode, okay.
Touring with no heel riser.
So the
Flip it up.
pins are sideways?
Yes.
Yes.
And there is a direction, so they have to be
The
facing
pins
this
have
way.
to be facing out.
Right.
If they're facing in, it won't lock the brake up.
Correct.
And you have the two different levers for climbing up the hill. And then when I am ready to get out of touring mode, I am gonna ask you to twist that again.
Yeah, so then you rotate it 90 degrees. That will go ahead and release your brakes again.
Right.
And then
from there,
Woo,
slam
cool.
that heel in. You can't, the toe piece wiggles side to side, so you gotta make sure you are slamming your heel in straight to get those two pins engaged. If your toe is out, it will not engage. So now we are totally in downhill mode, except we want to flip this lever up to lock it in for
Gotcha.
the toes. And
Okay.
then when you want to get out of the skis, push this all the way down with the pulls and twist out. Boots, I think he went over when you put them on how the buckles adjust. The only touring specific piece is this piece here is your walking lever, and that will allow your cuff to go more back and
Forth.
And I would generally recommend having this buckle and the strap a little bit looser when I'm going uphill and snug those up when I'm ready to go downhill. I flip that down, and if this isn't grabbing this bar, you just need to lean forward a bit and it will lock in like
Gotcha,
so.
like a ratchet kind of a thing.
Correct.
Okay.
And then
Cool.
that should be it.
Yep.
The skins are in the bag as well. Those will have a tip and a tail. Should be all set.
draw your attention to is this skin saver on the inside. So when you're packing the skins back up, this little mesh piece goes in between the sticky parts, and that's going to make it so that the skins don't get stuck together, and it makes it easier to pull apart in the end. So when you are putting them back together, if you wouldn't mind putting that little mesh piece in between.
So you're basically folding the skin around that mesh.
All right. Well, Thank you very much, guys. Very professional help, and I just became a member at REI.
Absolutely. Welcome aboard to the co-op.
All right. Have a good one. All right. And it's time for me to do it on my own. Putting skins on is pretty straightforward. You just need to make sure the ski bottom is wiped dry. The skin contact surface is almost like an adhesive. It actually is a very soft rubber which will kind of stick to the bottom of the ski. Obviously, you don't want to have any kind of dirt or water between the ski and the skin to prevent the skin from creeping around. One is ready. Here comes skin number 2. I think we are ready to go. I had to jog my memory from yesterday as I had a little problem latching my boots in correctly. But in the end, it all worked out pretty well. Okay. Bye-bye. Now, this is where the story gets really intriguing. I was stopped with attempts to be turned around 5 times during my hike. I was stopped by the management personnel, I was stopped by the ski patrol, and in the end I was stopped by the county sheriff. We were all trying to be very respectful and courteous in our exchanges. Although there was a definite difference in opinions whether I should or should not be doing what I was doing at the moment on the slopes. Actually, on this note, I need to thank all members of Keystone Resort crew I encountered during this situation and the sheriff for their understanding and professionalism. They were there to enforce the rules and at the same time being aware of my specific situation and listening to my side of the story and accepting the fact that I was, to say the least, misinformed by a member of their crew. As I mentioned earlier in this video, a nice lady from the resort team yesterday explained to me how the uphill access works at Keystone Resort. She said I could start heading uphill at 4:30 p.m. right after the lifts stop at 4 p.m. And then I could do it all the way until 8:15 a.m. It means you will have to stop ascending at that time, so they could get ready for the startup at 9 a.m. I did mention to the lady that I would arrange for a ski touring equipment today, and I would try to go out and skin up the mountain the next day, which was Thursday. I never even got a hint from her or anybody else of any kind of conflict with any other activity, planned or unplanned, which I could run into. So, what was my argument? Let alone the fact that I didn't want to be deprived of the experience which I planned for carefully and thought about intensively for at least the last month in my idle times leading up to our trip to Keystone. I don't understand why they won't allow uphill access at any time during regular lift operating hours. As far as I'm aware, from talking to my friends in other parts of the world, skinners and downhill skiers do coexist, and coexist happily. Okay, I do understand that they have their rules, and those rules apply because they have been agreed upon. But there's a lot of stupid, goofy, disturbing, and plainly illogical rules out there, and they get changed all the time. Frankly, I strongly believe all the bad rules will eventually be changed in our continuous effort of self-improvement. And I'm not kidding. As one could argue both for and against allowing skinners, those skiers with skins on their skis, allowing them the uphill access when lifts are operating. Okay, I do understand that they don't think it's a good idea to let people walk up the mountain while others speed downhill in a not always controllable manner. Now, this makes a lot of sense. However, when you realize what really is going on the slopes during regular lift operating hours, you well know that people stand, sit, and even lay down on the slopes while others are speeding downhill. And nothing bad happens, with of course some accidents. Yes, it will require some extra work, but I think it's worth promoting this additional aspect of skiing, which makes this already exhilarating activity a whole lot more complete. It's an amazing workout, well rewarded by a lot of fun on the way back down. Can't ask for more, in my opinion. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe for more stories from trails. Thank you for watching.